Hey guys, happy what day? Tuesday. It is January 31st. That took me a second. This is Pocket with Joe. It is January 31st. We got 3 games on the ice today. Time to make some freaking money, you guys. Winnipeg Jets pushed on that total yesterday. Hopefully you bought it up to 6.5. That's one thing that I was looking at. Connor Hellebuck not able to go over his 25.5 save shots. We did get over the 1.5 points with Kyle Connor absolutely rolling out there on the ice. But like I said, we got 3 games on the ice, lots of places to make some money on the ice tonight. You guys, appreciate each and every one of you for being here, seeing these messages come flying in. Let's make some freaking money. You are so right. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Let's go over these 3 games on the ice today. We're going to kick off with the first game between the LA Kings and the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, this total is sitting solid at 6. This game kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern, with the LA Kings coming in here as a dog on the road at plus 168, minus 205 for the Carolina Hurricanes. Now we have top defenses out of the Carolina Hurricanes, especially holding opponents to 26.5 shots on goal and only 2.63 goals per game. Frederik Andersen expected in goal in this matchup, and Copley expected in goal for the LA Kings. I absolutely love Copley in goal for the LA Kings. He's been absolutely phenomenal since moving up from the AHL. He has a 2.82 goals against average. Now, looking at this game, it's really hard not to ride with Carolina here, but I don't know if I trust them here on that puck line. They're only sitting 8-15 at home on the puck line this season. I expect them to win this game, but if you want them to win, you got to take them in regulation. I do not expect this to be a blowout with the LA Kings. I expect the LA Kings to come out on their own and really step up offensively in this one. We've got elite goaltending, but I do see this one leaning to the over on this total of 6. I do think this is a 4-3 style game. Either way, you take this one. So I'm going to take the LA Kings here, plus 1.5 on that puck line. It's juiced at minus 145. It's right up my limit, but I do think they keep this tight. We look at the LA Kings on the road. They're 15-12 on the road on that puck line. Could they win this game? Absolutely. Are we screaming value with their win at plus 168? Absolutely, we are. But I think the safest bet, taking them that puck line there. They have struggled in Carolina, not able to win any of the last 4 meetings in Carolina, and against Carolina, they've shown their struggles as well, not able to win those last 6 meetings versus Carolina. But they do come in here off of rest, so they're going to be ready and prepared off of 2 days rest. They've gone 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. So this is a good game to take the Kings, plus 1.5 to keep this tight. I'm also looking at that over 6. I do think this is a 4-3 style game. Looking at the next game on the board, you guys, let's sweep. Absolutely. I want to sweep this one today. Cheers to you too, Mike, as well. Let's get this money today. Sebastian Aho coming up, plus 250 for over 1.5 points. I do like the way you're looking at this. We know Sebastian Aho has been doing absolutely phenomenal for the Canes out there. It's been great. So let's see him make some more money for us tonight. I love the love coming in, you guys. Life is too short not to show the love each and every day. So let's look at the next game on the board. We have the Ottawa Senators taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Now we got a total of 6.5 in this one. Montreal, large dog at home, plus 155, minus 188 for the Ottawa Senators. Anton Forsberg expected in goal for the Ottawa Senators here. He's got a 3.1 goals against average, and Jake Allen expected for the Montreal Canadiens. He's got a 3.53 goals against average. Jake Allen, just not Sam Montembeault. Sam Montembeault is the goalie that I trust in goal for the Montreal Canadiens. I don't trust Jake Allen here in this situation. Now, we've got 2 teams rolling in opposite directions, with the Ottawa Senators winning their last 3 and the Montreal Canadiens struggling, not able to win their last 3 games. Now, there's a couple of ways you can look at this game because the Ottawa Senators are such large favorites. They've won their last 4 meetings over the Montreal Canadiens, but the home team has had a little bit of advantage. I don't know if I trust the Montreal Canadiens enough to take them plus 1.5 on that puck line. They've only gone 11-14 at home on the puck line. The Ottawa Senators 14-9 on the road on that puck line. You can look at Ottawa in regulation in this one. I think they do pull it off. I don't see this one going to overtime. You're going to lower those odds and you're going to get better value taking the Ottawa Senators in regulation in this game. I don't see Montreal pulling it off. They're coming off 2 days rest, which is a real struggle for them. Like I said, if Sam Montembeault was in goal, this would be one where I'd be looking at Montreal plus the 1.5 with the sprinkle on the money line because I think they have the opportunity to win. I don't think they have the opportunity to win. We're going into the All-Star break. These teams trending in complete opposite directions. So give me the Ottawa Senators in regulation in this one. The last time these teams played was just 2 days ago. We know what happened there. Ottawa completely blew out Montreal in Montreal, winning at 5-0. I don't think Montreal goes scoreless in this one, but I do not see this one being a game where the Senators or Montreal, no one's getting blown out in this one. It's going to be the Senators game all day, and I think it stays under that 6.5. I do think we have a lower scoring one in this game. The next game on the ice, you guys. Seeing these comments come in. LA Kings plus 2.5, each over 2.5 goals, and the total over 5.5. I love this. I think, Sean, this is a beautiful way to go with this bet. I definitely see the Kings scoring 3 goals, and this is a 3-4 finish at the end. So I love everything that you're throwing at me. Plus 165 for all of this to hit is absolutely beautiful. You guys, I think you should jump on that. So Sean's taking the LA Kings over 2.5 goals, each team over 2 goals, and the over 5.5. Beautiful way to bet that at plus 165. Phenomenal bet there. The Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets kick off at 7 o'clock Eastern tonight. We've got a total of 6.5. We have the Capitals rolling in as large favorites here on the road at minus 220, plus 180 here for the Columbus Blue Jackets. We know the struggles the Columbus Blue Jackets have had. Corpustello expected in goal, and I love what we've seen out of Corpustello. I can't get past what I saw out of him versus the Edmonton Oilers. He had a fantastic game. Watch that game in its entirety. He's got a 3.31 goals against average here, and Charlie Lindgren expected for the Washington Capitals. He's riding a 2.66. Now, the problem with the Columbus Blue Jackets is they're not getting these goals. They're not finding the back of the net, and their defenses are really allowing these goals to come in. Washington Capitals, the exact opposite. Offensively, this team is really stepping up. And defensively, the defense is really strong at limiting those goals per game. Now, the Capitals are coming off a loss, and the Columbus Blue Jackets have lost their last 2. The last time these teams faced up earlier in January, this is a super low-scoring game. It was a 1-0 win here for the Washington Capitals. I think this battle of the mat today is going to be a bigger win by the Washington Capitals here. They've gone 16-11 on the road this season versus the Columbus Blue Jackets, who is 13-14 at home. I'm going to take the Washington Capitals big in this one, plus or laying 1.5 at plus 120. I think they have every opportunity to come out so solid and get a nice big win in this one. This team has been so solid in the road, winning 13 of their last 9 meetings on the road. Between this matchup, and we've seen the Capitals go 13-3 in their last 16 games playing on 1 day's rest. I think this is a prime opportunity to make money on the Washington Capitals and the Blue Jackets coming in with a couple days rest. This doesn't bode well for this team. They come out rusty. They've only won 8 of their last 32 games playing on 2 days rest. I don't think this is the spot, especially in the battle of the Metro, for the Columbus Blue Jackets to even step up at home in this one. Corpustello would have to have a lights out game. I don't see it coming in. These teams are ready for the All-Star break. So give me the Washington Capitals here, laying the 1.5 at plus 120. I also lean on the under 6.5. I just don't see where the goals are coming in this one. And I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. That's it, you guys. Only 3 games on the ice. Nice, short, and quick. So let's do a recap. Let's build these parlays, and let's make some freaking money today in this one, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you again for being here. Anthony, big shout out to you. You had a plus 1,700 parlay, and all you needed was a goal from Connor McDavid. Is that who you're counting on? Oh, man, that must have hurt in that one. I hope you didn't have too much bet in that plus 1,700 bet. Okay, so recap. LA Kings and Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to ride the Kings plus 1.5, and that's what I'm going to put it in the parlay on that puck line. I think this game is tighter. It's minus 145, so right at my limit of straight up bets, but I would still be able to get there. I'm going to take the over 6.5 in this game. Or sorry, it's sitting at 6. I think these two teams, this is a 4-3 style win. Both of these teams are going to be playing their hearts out. The Kings have struggled in Carolina, but I see this one being one that they keep tight in this game. The next game on the board, we have the Ottawa Senators taking on the Montreal Canadiens. I think this is Sens in regulation all day long. Montreal absolutely has been struggling as of late, and the Senators are going hot into the All-Star break. So give me the Sens on the money line for the parlay. Give me them in regulation for the anytime bet. I think this is a beautiful one to make some money. When I'm looking at this total, I think this one sits in under that 6.5. In the last 20 meetings, they've gone 14, 5, and 1 to that under 6, 2, and 1 in the last 9 meetings in Montreal as well to that under. Now, again, I would be feeling more confident about this with Sam Montembeault. This total isn't my favorite. The Senators in regulation is my favorite. With Jake Allen and not Sam Montembeault, I'm not as comfortable with that total. So just something to remember in this one, you guys. And then looking at the last game on the board today, the Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets. For the parlay, we're going to take the Washington Capitals just on the money line here. I'm at minus 220, but you guys know we want to make money in betting. You cannot make money betting favorites and parlays at a premium. So don't take the Washington Capitals straight up at minus 220 on that money line. You've got to find the value. Taking the Capitals minus 1.5 is coming in at plus 120. And I definitely think this is a team that we can count on to make us money on the puck line. So taking the Capitals here, minus 1.5 at plus 120, definitely a great way to go. I think they're going to make us money in this one. But again, in the parlay, we're just going to throw them right straight up on that money line. When we look at the total in this game, I think hitting the under 6.5 is the way to go. We know the Washington Capitals are not one of those teams that's known for their lights out shots on goal, goals per game. I think this is going to be a lower scoring one. I'm going to ride the under 6.5. But again, in that parlay, throw them straight up on the money line and throw them for a separate bet on that puck line minus 1.5 at plus 120. So best bets of the day, if we get to the best bets of the day, that parlay again was the Kings plus 1.5 on the puck line, the Sens on the money line, and the Washington Capitals on the money line. Best bets would be the Capitals at minus 1.5 at plus 120. I think they have every opportunity to get this win in this game. If we're looking at another one, I would probably look at the Kings team total, and I'm going to pull that up right now for you guys and see what value we're getting in this. I do think the Kings go over. I know that Carolina Hurricanes are so strong at defending those shots on goal, the ability to get those goals, but I do see the Kings digging deep in this one. The Kings team total over 2.5 is my second best bet of the day. I do see them getting 3 goals in this one. That's coming in at plus 110. So again, those best bets of the day is the Capitals laying 1.5 at plus 120 and the Kings team total over 2.5. Let's just look at the Washington Capitals team total. I just want to look at that one quick. I do think they have every ability here to get the goals on the board. I definitely see them in this matchup getting 4 goals. So taking their team total over 3.5 at minus 120 is definitely a solid way to go in this one. It's coming in at minus 111 at over 3.5. So lots of opportunities to make money today. Kyle Connor plus 1 point. I do like that. Definitely has been making us some money for sure. So you guys always Ohio I know the Capitals have been inconsistent, but I think we're going to make some money. So again, best bets, the Washington Capitals laying 1.5 or their team total over 3.5 at -112. The Kings team total over 2.5 at +110. Gotta love that plus money. And then we're going to parlay the Kings +1.5, the Sens +1.5, and the Washington Capitals there on the money line. Let me just look at the shots on goal, the save shots on goal by Phoenix Cobley here of the LA Kings. Like I said, you guys, I'm really loving what I'm seeing out of Phoenix Cobley here. Now, you can get his save shots on goal at 28.5. Frederick Anderson, this is another really interesting one. Let's just look at his numbers here. Frederick Anderson's coming in at 24.5. Phoenix Cobley at 28.5. Let's just look at their stats here. So Phoenix Cobley, 28.5. He has an average of 2.82 goals per game. And we have the Carolina Hurricanes averaging 35.1 shots on goal, averaging that 3.27. I do think Phoenix Cobley goes over that 28.5. This is going to be really tight to the number. He's going to save 29 or 30 shots on goal. So this one's going to be tight, but I do like it hitting that to the over. Looking at Frederick Anderson, 24.5 save shots on goal. The Carolina Hurricanes really are so solid, limiting opponents to that 26.5. Cobley, the defense of the LA Kings, they are allowing 28.8. Carolina averaging that 35. I really do think you can hit both of these goalies over their save shots on goal. So take Cobley over 24.5 save shots on goal, and Frederick Anderson over 28.5 save shots on goal. I really do think this is a goaltending game where these goaltenders really step up. So you guys, all the best in all of your bets. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on Pocket with Joe. I will be back here tomorrow. We've got a couple more games before this All-Star break. I tell you, I'm going to miss talking hockey with you guys over the next couple days, but we do have a couple games. Tomorrow, we've got 2 with the Carolina Hurricanes and the Buffalo Sabres matching up, and the Boston Bruins taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Boston losing their last 3. Can you see this team going down 4 games in a row? I don't know. Toronto has played them so strong. So it's going to be a good one here, you guys. I wish you all the best in all of your bets. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here today. We're going to do some NBA plays and some college basketball plays. Absolutely, Anthony, tomorrow with on Thursday with no hockey. So make sure you join me here. It will be Picks and Props with Joe. We'll kick it off at the same time, 3:30 Eastern on those days when there's no hockey. You guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back here tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern. Bye, guys.